Coach Lindland, let's just talk about today first, and the three guys that wrestled in this session. Your thoughts about how it went for each athlete and the overall day.
Well, it didn't go very good for we only won one match. Hildar looked really good in that first round and fell short against Ukraine in the second round. But it didn't go well. We didn't make adjustments in the second period with Adam's match, and Pat Smith wrestled really hard. Gave up points in parterre. We can't do that. Probably shouldn't have gone down, but we went down and we got to defend.
A lot of the guys kept saying, the one thing they said was we need to work on parterre. We need to work on parterre, on bottom. What's the best way to do that? Is it competition? Is it just in the room? Is it training with different people and countries?
I mean, there's a lot of things. We do work on parterre.
Oh, I'm not saying you don't.
That's something we spend a lot of time on, focusing on defense. We really started to fix some areas this year a little bit. We're talking defensively because we're also not scoring on top either, and that could change. That could change the game. I feel like that's an area that we put a lot of emphasis on. We got to get better. We're up against the best guys in the world. I mean, this is the World Championships, wrestling the best guys in the world. So I'll make sure we focus on parterre.
Overall, the tournament, right, obviously, is an Olympic qualifier. We still have to qualify all the weights, right?
Yeah, we got some work to do. Good.
We'll talk a little bit about that. I mean, it's not easy to get top 6, but it really would have helped to have a couple guys crack through, right?
Oh, man, it would have been nice to get a couple tickets into the Olympics already. So we're going to do it the hard way, and we're going to go get it done. I mean, we had contingency plans. Now those contingency plans are now the plans. So we got to go get it done. I feel good about it. I think some of the better Cubans are getting out that might stop us. There's a couple guys that, you've got Lopez, you've got Barrero. I mean, you just got some, world Olympic, multi-time Olympic champions and stuff that, it's nice that they're going to get a ticket out and, we can slide into one of those 16 spots. So, we'll get it done. I feel confident. I mean, the guys, the sense of urgency, I think they know what it's going to take. They're going to, this year is a completely different year as far as our program in general and the sportsmen that are on our team. I mean, these guys are, they're not guys that are just doing this as a hobby. These are real sportsmen, professional competitors, and they know what it's going to take to get it done, and they're going to be willing to put the time and the effort and the work in to get it done. And I want to help them any way I can, whatever that is. If it's working on parterre, or it's getting matches overseas or competitions in the right continents, we're going to do that. And we're confident we can get all our guys qualified, and so I mean that's where we got to be right now, right?
Absolutely.
What's your overall assessment of this? Because you were in so many matches this week. What gets you over the top?
We've gotten better, right? I mean, our program, you can see it. You can see the effort, the attitude. We just got to win those critical matches, and that's going to take, no mistakes. I mean, that one mistake, that one time down parterre cost us. And Adam had his opponent lift it up and let him slip, and then he gave up a turn. I mean, those little things. We can't make those critical errors. That's what's costing us the match. We go back, we look at our film, we review those, and we look at those things, and we make those adjustments. But it's still, we still got to go out there. I mean, look at the guys that punched their way in tonight. The guys that are going to be wrestling in the semis tonight. I mean, they took big risk. They were confident. They went out there and they attacked. And there's guys that didn't do it that were just as good. We saw world and Olympic champions that are going to have to go through the same process we do. Kim's out of the tournament. Vlasov got pulled back in. 77. Oh my goodness! Wow. I wanted to hold off and do this interview because there was some exciting bouts to watch. It's really tough out there. I mean, unless you're in it and you're here and you actually see the level, it's hard to even imagine. You know, especially in our country, we go back and, you know, I mean, we just keep winning in freestyle. You know, God bless them. You know, I mean, we're really good there. But I don't think anybody can even imagine the level of competition here in Greco-Roman. And a lot of these nations, that's their focus. That's their primary focus. So we can't make those little mistakes. At the same time, we got to relax and compete. We got to take risk. And there's so much. There's so much, Andy, we got to do. And you got to do it all at once. And you're competing at the highest level of the sport. So.
You feel good about the athletes in the program, the world team guys, the people that you brought here, right?
Oh man, this is a great group of men and incredible sportsmen, and they're maturing, they're growing up, and our time is. I mean, I can feel the momentum building, I can feel the energy growing. Now it's time to take a little break, but. You know, as soon as it's time to get back to work, I feel like we've got the energy, we got the momentum going in the right direction. So again, like I said, I feel confident that we can qualify our weight classes, and you know, next year's Olympic year. So and those brackets are small, right? This might be a tougher tournament. Honest to God, this might be a tougher tournament than next year's games, to tell you the truth.
Guys, good.
Appreciate the time, Matt.
All right, thank you.
Coach.